What's up everybody, Nick Smith-Koblitz here from Crypto Paranormal Investigations, and welcome to our new YouTube channel. I'm super excited to share with you guys the new content we're going to have coming out, hopefully on a weekly basis. We're going to be doing tech reviews, tutorials, talking about hot topics in the paranormal field, and I'm going to be sharing some of the knowledge I've accumulated over the past 16 years of investigating with you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about night vision. What is it? How does it work? How do you apply it to paranormal investigations? And is it even necessary? Do you really need night vision to investigate the paranormal? So, here we go. If you're an investigator or just a fan of ghost hunting reality shows and horror films, you've seen night vision before. It's what Buffalo Bill used to stalk Agent Starling in a dingy cellar, and it's what modern-day ghost hunters use to look for the supernatural. Now, there's a couple different kinds of systems out there, from image intensifiers like starlight cameras and astroscopes, but the ones you typically see on TV and what most investigators are using are what's called reflective infrared cameras. But essentially, all of these systems are image intensifiers that use the infrared spectrum to let you see in the dark. The infrared spectrum occurs just outside the range of human vision. It has a wavelength of around 700 nanometers to 1 millimeter and is completely invisible to our eyes. The American physicist Robert William Wood, the inventor of infrared photography, developed the first IR photographs in 1910. In the 1930s, the German military began developing the precursor technology to the night vision goggles we know today. In the early 1900s, parapsychologists like Harry Price used infrared cameras to photograph seances in order to expose fraudulent mediums and practices. A lot of phony psychics would use darkened rooms to hide wires, speakers, or even assistants who would fabricate phenomenon, and infrared photography allowed investigators to catch them in the act. This was the original purpose and application of infrared photography in paranormal research. Not to catch ghosts, but to catch the living pretending to be ghosts. The new technology did lead some investigators to speculate that ghosts might exist within or affect frequencies that we can't perceive, like the infrared and ultraviolet spectrums, and using devices that image these spectrums might help document paranormal phenomena. I agree, that's a valid point. Being able to record and document and measure as much of the environment as possible gives you more data, but you have to be extremely careful, as always, how you interpret your data. When Sony released its first consumer cameras with their Super Night Shot function back in 1998, it wasn't long before loads of people thought they were filming ghosts, fairy lights, and other strange phenomenon. But basically it comes down to how these cameras interpret things like bugs, dust, or moisture that are close to the lens and illuminated by the built-in infrared lights. These objects often appear spherical or orb-shaped, and this gave rise to the whole orb craze. But that's a topic for another video. But this ability to capture ambiguous images on video, combined with a dramatic visual presentation, led television producers, not ghost hunters, to adapt night vision as the new norm for capturing paranormal investigations. Things look cooler and scarier and more interesting with the lights off. And because this is the way investigations are portrayed on television, it's created an entire generation of investigators who believe night vision is absolutely essential. You can't do an investigation unless the lights are out. So is night vision worth it? Well, statistically, most people who report seeing a ghost or having a paranormal experience have their experiences when the lights are on. Or at least there's enough light so that they can perceive their surroundings and not in pitch black rooms. You also have to remember that most people who report seeing a ghost or spirit aren't walking around with a night vision camera. They're seeing it with their eyes, or maybe with their mind's eye. That isn't to say activity doesn't occur at night. It does, and there are plenty of people who report paranormal experiences in the nighttime and evening hours, but there's an equal number of people, if not more, who have experiences in broad daylight. When you're conducting an investigation, you want to investigate during the hours that activity's been experienced and adapt to the lighting conditions as needed. Only pull out the night vision when you really need it. When my team, Crypto, conducts investigations, we always try to investigate during the daytime as well as at night, and usually film in the infrared and natural light spectrums simultaneously so we can compare the footage. In a lot of ways, I think the use of night vision on investigations has done a complete 360, from starting out as a tool to catch the phonies to becoming a way to present investigations to make them seem scarier and more interesting. At the end of the day, though, I still think night vision is a great tool, but evidence from it can't stand on its own. You have to be able to correlate an anomaly with a personal experience. Otherwise, you're just left with an anomaly and nothing more. So that's it, guys. I hope you thought this was helpful in some way. Again, I don't dislike night vision. I use it, my team uses it all the time. We film all of our investigations, at least in part, with night vision, but it all comes down to how you use it and when you use it. And those lights don't have to be out. Hit that like button if you like what you see here, subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Crypto out.